Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jess Chung. For those who are new here, I am so many things, a beloved daughter of King Jesus, praise. And I'm also an LA working commercial actress, a real estate investor, a business development officer for a tech company, a wife. And for those who don't follow me on Instagram, I am a new mom. What? Yes, I am 34 weeks pregnant today, which is insane. And I really want to share about my journey of gaining peace to get pregnant in the first place. I am shocked by how much content is out there and how little there is where people talk about the hardships of pregnancy, the symptoms, the things that I have talked with so many other moms more commonly than not have experienced as well. I don't know if there's fear or shame to talk about the hardships in pregnancy, like we're coming across as if we're complaining and not grateful for the miracle of life that we get to carry, but I need to be transparent and honest, and I have really been raw throughout my pregnancy of just the difficulties that happen to you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. All these things are very real and I want to get to those. I will be doing videos on first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, but first let's talk about simply gaining peace to get pregnant. A lot of you have already asked me on social media, how did I know if and when I was ready to get pregnant? So I'm gonna dive in there. Peace about pregnancy. Hashtag pregnancy peace. One great thing is that there is so much information, there is so much knowledge, there is so much research that can be had. And believe me, I have researched until I've been blue in the face. And I'm thankful where I do feel more prepared for motherhood, for parenthood, for labor, delivery, for postpartum, for all these, even going through each trimester. However, there can also be an element of fear that kind of creeps in that we don't really realize. There's so much that could happen to your child. Gosh, I don't even know if I want to have a baby. I don't even know if I want to bring a child into this crazy, chaotic, divisive world. Me, growing up outside the church for 25 years, sin is alluring, the world is alluring. I'm taking my jacket off because I'm literally getting so hot. Pregnancy. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of go from the very beginning. So I was in a counseling session with John, and we were talking about how I was getting frustrated about little things, nitpicking him on little things, like we went to the beach and he forgot the sunblock. And I was really overreacting about that. Like, you can't forget the sunblock. And my counselor asked, what is the big fear of him forgetting sunblock? What is the danger that you feel? What is the unsafety that you feel? And I thought, because if we have a kid one day, you forget the sunblock, how's the kid gonna get protection from the sun? And John was like, we could just buy sunblock there. It doesn't have to be the one bottle that we have from home. And my counselor actually asked, in this picture where you are with John and with your future child, are you in the picture? Are you around? Are you alive? And that's when I realized, no, I think I'm subconsciously trying to prepare John for parenting alone because of my past. As many of you know, my mom passed, and so I subconsciously believe that I'm also not going to live very long. And that was such a root of so many different fears when it comes to motherhood, parenting. So my counselor suggested a way to disempower anxiety is followed by action. So, okay, I'm afraid that I might pass because of my mom's sickness. So let's get some genetic testing, let's get some blood work done, and let's see what she had is not genetic. It's not something that can be passed down to me. So it's not something that I would get or give to my child. It's something that she just happened to get, scleroderma. It's an autoimmune disease that she got when she was older in life. And if I were to get sick, it would be from it would just be from something I would get that's separate from her. That helped eliminate that lie that I'm gonna have the same kind of death or passing or age of passing as my mom. Then, one night at Reality LA's worship, they were playing The Blessing, and 1,000 generations and your children and your family. I totally didn't even sing that correctly, but it's a What is the song? May his favor be upon you in 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, children. Okay, I am singing this song, and then I just start wailing, crying. All this fear came up of my future generations, my future family. Do I trust the Lord with my future children? And I was crying because I was like, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust the Lord right now, and I'm so saddened and sorry that this is like the limit of my faith, where I thought I had this big faith, and then when it came to my kids, I'm like, you can't have them, even though they're yours, even though you created them. And I just let it all out, all my different fears. I know that the Lord saved me, but sorry. I know that you saved me, but what about all these other kids who've never found safety, who were trafficked, who were taken, who didn't get rescued when you say that you're the rescuer of people? And what about all the alluring things that I fell into because I grew up without God? I chose to live 25 years without Jesus, and I know what this world has to offer. Are you going to take care of my child? Is what I was really trying to ask. Fear of failing as a mom. Is my relationship with Jesus enough? Is my relationship with John and our relationship with God enough? And so I told John. He said, I have fears too. I don't know why I thought I was the only person in this fear camp. And I'm like, you're in here too? What are your fears? I didn't even know you had fears. But something about someone else, my partner, also having fears, that makes me feel like you know then a little bit more about the weight of what responsibility I feel like we're about to hold if we have a child. The missions trip we're going to be on as parents, as a mother, as a father, to raise our kids up in the Lord as is biblical. That helped temper that anxiety. That was a Friday night. That Sunday, that song was played again, and I lost it again. And I came out of service, and one of the elders in my church, he stopped me in my tracks. He was like, Jessica, I just want you to know, kids are smart. They're not dumb. They're going to see your faith. They're going to see John's faith, and they're going to know whether you guys are genuinely following Christ or not. And I don't think you have anything to worry about. Okay, well, I just started bawling again, and I thought, I hope not. I hope that our kid can see that, and that will encourage him. But also, I don't want anything to be off topic. I think me growing up Asian American, you just don't talk about a lot of things. I want our kid to know, as awkward or as taboo or as weird or grotesque or perverted that your thoughts might be, share it with us, because there's nothing you can do in this world that me or your dad have not done already. So after hearing that too, that kids are gonna discern for themselves anyways. And then my uncle also told me it's a good thing for kids to go sideways a little bit, because then how will we know the goodness of God, who does come and forgives them and rescues them and brings them back on the right path? They have to go a little bit wonky. I'm not a pastor's kid, but I know a lot of pastors' kids who are really good at doing the right thing. And no one ever asks what's going on internally in their heart. And if we can be those parents who aren't just looking at the things our kids are doing, but what are you actually thinking? What are your real struggles? I literally just burped. Pregnancy. What is your heart longing for that you know probably isn't the best? Let's talk about it. Going back to just taking actionable solutions, I was sharing about it. I told my pastor, my mentor, my Bible teacher, my women's group, my discipleship group, my community group. I was like, these are all my fears. I need prayer. I need help. I don't know how to get there. I don't feel peace about being a mom, and I need prayer. So prayer, like so much prayer. There was a piece about that of like, I'm covered in prayer, and I know the Lord is working in that already of, I will not be raising this child alone. We have a group of friends who everyone's on like their third kid. And one day, if our child doesn't want to listen to us, there is a community, a family of trusted people around that will be his age. Our baby's a boy, if you haven't seen on Instagram, who will be there for him, who can hopefully be good mentors and be good listening ears for him to vent, to share, to go to when you don't want to talk to your parents, because sometimes you just don't want to tell your parents. You feel like you already know what they're going to say and like they're old. So that also made me feel really secure, which is why community is so important. Going off of that, having community allowed me to talk to other moms, other families who have gone through these discussions with their kids already about, weird topics in the world, politics, allowing their child to really form their own opinion while also keeping them informed of what's going on and what does scripture say and what is actually happening and how to discern between the two. All of that came together of, I just don't have control over this. My child is the Lord's child first and foremost. If something does happen to me and I'm not here, will God still have my child? Of course. Our baby belongs to him. In that, I thought, okay, I at least feel at peace to get pregnant. And of course, first shot out the gate, we tried, boom, pregnant within 2 weeks, and that was it. Quite a journey, still going on it. We'll continue to when the kid comes. But that's basically how I gained peace in pregnancy. I hope that was helpful. If there are other fears that you're thinking about, if you're thinking about becoming a parent, or maybe you're already pregnant, please leave comments below. Talk to me, tell me what you're thinking through. I'd love to pray over you, know how to pray over you, talk with you, chat with you about it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on my next video called Unexpected While Expecting First Trimester. Woo! Thanks for watching. Of course. Welcome to my man.